It's great that we are getting more and more research because that's what's going to move us towards, is this a diagnosis, and what is that diagnosis? What does that constitute? Okay. And is it a physiological addiction, or is it more like a process behavioral addiction that might be linked to anxiety?
Before we end this conversation, this may be the most important piece. Alex, you found help. You started an online forum. Dr. Judy, Dr. Weiss, what should someone do watching right now? Whether you're a parent of someone you're worried may have a problem with porn, or you yourself has a problem?
Well, I think we have to start from a place of letting people know that they shouldn't blame themselves. You know, again, there's a very big shame factor when we talk about something that has this moral compass attached to it. So again, it's not your fault, okay? We're gonna work this out. It's an issue, and if you can't control it yourself, like Alex, if you try to apply those techniques and, man, why can't I do it? It's not your fault. Let's take the shame away. And then you gotta go to a trained professional. You gotta go to somebody who's an expert.
But how do I find someone who is adept at this particular type of problem? Because you know that's the part that I think is challenging, because you would love to find someone who deals with, you know, this type of problem, or who's well-read like yourself. Well, I mean, is there a...
I mean, this is what you do. You are experts. But
I think the work is hard to find because we don't have a diagnosis. We don't have therapists have to be trained. Therapists get trained when we have a diagnosis. So we're looking at an issue that's bubbling under, but I guarantee you if he went to your average therapist and said, I've been looking at too much porn, they'd probably tell him, look, you're 19, lots of kids look at porn, don't feel bad about it, and they wouldn't necessarily see it in the way that he's experienced.
So maybe if that's your first experience, find someone who is at least going to take you seriously.
You need to understand the concept of addiction and compulsion as a behavior.
I think it's really important that people do their own research when they're looking for therapists. Why wouldn't you interview multiple therapists? So yeah, you can start online. You start with a reputable source like Psychology Today or something that gives you like a roster of different therapists. You call each of them, maybe you go to a couple different sessions, and you ask them direct questions. Have you dealt with people who have this issue?
Exactly.
What do you think about this issue for me? What would be your tentative treatment plan? And you can assess it from there.
Well, Psychology Today has a listing online, you know, depression, anxiety. They say compulsive sexual behavior. You can check that box and find therapists who have that training.
Well, we'll have more resources on our website.
Great.
Alex, thank you for boldly sharing your story and the work you're doing. Dr. Weiss, thank you. And just a great discussion. Thank you, Dr. Judy.
Thank you, guys.
The doctors.
12 years in!
The prognosis you prayed for.
For the first time in public.
I want to see if she can take a few steps.
This is so scary.
The treatment you needed.
You look fabulous.
It's the daytime talk show that's been your cure for over a decade.
That is literally taking the lives from their community. I can't believe that this is happening.
With the issues affecting your health right now.
It is not housing, it is not economic inequality, it is a health crisis.
I lied to you, and I lied to you. I have a truth that I'm going to reveal.
The Doctors, on call for season 12.